Okay. Oh, okay, turn that thing on. All right, just real quick, I'm just testing this. I'm not even sure if this is working or not. It's got a red light on. I don't know what it does. Okay. There we go. Let me check and make sure this is. Oh well. I don't know if this snowball's working. Do I have to turn it on? I gotta turn it on.
What is it?
It's a recording thingamajig.
It's a microphone. They wanted me to test it out. I think it's working. It looks like it's moving on its own. Can you hear me? I don't know. All right, roll first. Josh? Josh is not here? I get the wrong roll. Jade is not here. Carson Brown. Erica Cooper. I don't think she's ever been here. I think she's real. Is she in my big class? No, she's not the unreal one. Jonah Hudson.
Here.
Caden. Sure. Neftali. Clifton. Sherry.
Here.
And Carson.
Another Carson's here.
He is not here? Okay. Anybody's name I didn't call? What's your name?
Celestina.
Oh, Celestina.
I just came in.
You just signed up?
Yes, sir.
What's your last name?
Marcos?
Marcos. Okay. I remember. Yeah. Good. So I can mark you as attending because they get that due date coming up for that. Okay. If you want to know how to take the class, Celestina, it's right up here.
I'm sorry?
If you want to know how to take the class,
Okay.
it's right up here.
Thank you.
Okay, so, and then at this point, you know, if you want to do that, you can, but you should have read the chapter, reviewed the PowerPoints. I would have printed them up, 3 to a page. You got yours, don't you? Oh, you just have a notebook? I can't see.
Yeah, I just have a notebook and then I have
Oh, I thought you
PowerPoint
had them
for that.
printed up. You're using the computer for it. You can print them up 3 slides per page handout style, and then that way you can take your notes and write down what I'm talking about rather than trying to write down what's on the slides. There's videos. One thing I'm gonna try to do, I don't know if it's gonna work. I had some video quizzes that I used to require for the course, and some of them last an hour at the beginning. I'll tell you a story. When I first started doing them, I thought I had to like do my whole lecture in a condensed format. So I found out, and they were like an hour long. And I found out people don't want to watch me talk for an hour, and I don't understand it, but they don't. So as the course goes along, I kind of shorten them. But the ones at the beginning are fairly long. And then they used to have like a quiz embedded in them. So like you watch 15 minutes, and then you answer the quiz questions. You watch another 10 or 20 minutes, take quiz questions, so forth and so on. And the VidGrid technology just blew up on us. It doesn't work. So I'm gonna just try and put those in there, and you can watch them as videos. I don't know if the oh, my brain's gone. I don't know if the questions are gonna pop up. I don't know if you're gonna be able to answer them. I don't know if they're even gonna work, but I'm gonna try them. So if you pop on one of these video quizzes and you find a problem with it, just let me know. Because like when I put it on, I tested one today. When I put it on there, I could watch it. Okay, but I didn't have time to sit there for a whole hour and see if the video questions and all that stuff pop up. But if you try to click on it, it doesn't work at all, or something, some function of it doesn't work, just send it to me. You don't have to do them, they're not required. I would recommend watching them. Okay, especially if you miss a class or something. Okay, so last class we talked about the economic way of thinking, and we talked about the differences between Plato and Aristotle. And we said that Plato thinks that before you were born, you were in some nether world, right? And in there was like, everything was perfect. It was perfect man, perfect dog, perfect cat, perfect chair, perfect circle, perfect square, etc. And that when you were born, you forgot about this place, but the forms of these things were burned into your mind. So when you come down to earth and you observe something, you match these forms up, these pre-existing forms up to it, okay? So we see the clock and we say, oh, that's a circle, right? Now, to the Platonists, they have this problem, it's the mind-body problem, is what's in your mind, does it correspond to or match reality? And a lot of Platonists would say, we don't know, okay? And they would say that when we look at that clock, and we say that's a circle, that we're imposing circleness, this form, onto it, where it might not otherwise be. So I say it's a circle, okay? Because I've got this idea of a circle in my head, and that comes close to it. So I call it a circle. Okay? But that might not be the case. And then we talked about Aristotle. And Aristotle said, no, that's hooey. You don't have a circle in your head, right? You're born with a blank slate. You see things like that clock, that outlet, these little holes on your desks here, and you observe them and you notice certain characteristics that are in them, okay? There's no straight lines, there's no corners, they appear to be round throughout, it's symmetrical, each point on the outside appears to be roughly the same distance from some center point. We notice these characteristics and we give it a name, circleness. Now, Aristotle's very different from Plato, right? Because I call that a circle, it might not be one, right? Aristotle says no. The mind is a part of reality, capable of being brought into relation with other real objects. And what's in my mind that I call circleness is the same thing that's in the clock, the outlet, those holes on your desk that make them circles. Okay, it's the same thing. So Aristotle and followers of his would say that you can know things about reality. Okay? And that's important. The whole rest of this class is sort of based on that. Okay? We're going to talk about what economics is later, but if I asked you about economics, most of you know nothing. Okay? You don't care about it. Right? Or you never thought about it at least. Okay? Or you had some high school teacher who gave you a couple of curves and stuff. Okay? What if I were to ask you, I'm just going to ask you, can you print money up out of thin air? Now, that would make you better off, right, if you could do it. That's not what I'm asking. Does that make the world a better place? Does it make more chairs, more cars, more houses, more food? Okay. Does printing money up out of thin air make the world a better place? Raise your hand if you think the answer is yes. You guys better start raising your hands. No one? Raise your hand if you think no.
Because it has no value to it, and it makes the dollar worth less, and it makes it harder on everybody.
Raise your hand if you didn't raise your hand. That's you two. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. You didn't raise your hand.
I raised my hand first.
Oh, I'm sorry. You think that printing money can make the world a better place?
No.
You think it can? And you didn't raise your hand at all? Why not?
I was thinking.
You're not sure? Okay, that's a good answer. All right. Most economists, I'm not one of them, think you can. Most economists think you can. The ones like me that think you can't, we're friends of Aristotle. The ones that think you can are friends of Plato. How about this? Does robbing Peter to pay Paul make the world a better place?
No.
No.
Raise your hand if you think yes. Taking money out of somebody's pocket and putting it into another person's pocket can make the world a better place. Guys, raise your hand if you think that it can. Raise your hands if you think that it can't. Okay, most of you are completely off base when it comes to the mainstream of economics. They think you can. And you see it, just a second, you see it all the time. It's commonly called welfare, but it's actually temporary assistance to needy families, is what the official term of the program is. And under that program, they take money out of the pockets of non-poor people and put it into the pockets of people they consider to be poor. Does that make for more Mercedes, more cars, more houses, more clothes, more food?
No, it just lets the poor people get some more stuff that they need.
But it takes money, it takes things away from people who work, right? You could have bought something with that money, but they took it from you. And then they gave it to someone else who can now buy more stuff. The same thing goes with printing money. Now, Naftali, you raised your hand right that said no, that won't make the world a better place. For the world.
Yeah.
If you were the only one that could do it, would that make your world a better place?
Yeah.
But what would you be doing? Making us all worse off,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Robbing Peter to pay Paul, right? Doesn't make the world a better place, but makes Paul better off. At Peter's expense, right? Peter's worse off, Paul's better off. Okay, and we all know that those things are wrong, don't we? Yet, most people in economics think they're okay. It's not wrong. It's not wrong. In fact, it's good. I know. I think they smoking some stuff that, it's not just like some stuff that was grown in, like in some good old boy's backyard or something. They're smoking stuff that was like made in a CIA lab. Some stuff, like you can't get unless, CIA wants you to have it.
They're smoking some moon or something.
I don't know what it is, but it ain't good. So that's why all this stuff's important. Okay? And then we talked about a social issue that was related to it. Why is this not clicking? Well, I guess we'll keep going. Okay. So
You press the pause on the recording thing.
I should or I did? I undid it. I don't really
The
care about
number's
it.
clicking down, or click going up.
Yeah, I just wanted to test it. In fact, let's just stop it. It looks like it's getting in the way. I don't know if this little snowball, or what do they call it? Oh, that's working. Okay, so I just want to stop.